everyone. Here's Emily from African Infector. Let me just open presentation. Okay. Yeah, a little bit about like why I joined American Infector. Around 6 months ago, I was actually searching for a new opportunity. I was in the blockchain ecosystem. I was there for like 3 years. It's like all I know, or how I like live and breath in a way. And then I just find out after 3 years, I wanted a change because I think in the ecosystem, the blockchain technology itself is amazing. I still see a huge potential in it. However, if you like just ask me my opinion on how much time is needed to have massive adoption, I would say it would take a lot longer. The financial incentive for average person to jump on using the application is not that attractive, and also it's a lot of education will be needed to really drive the innovation. On top of it, also like there's a huge resistance from the regulatory bodies, like or in general for the people who are in power. Why would they want to give up, right? And then I thought AI was something that I was really fascinated by, and then so I got introduced to the founder Peter, and then we had a talk, and then basically he shared with me his vision. He was actually working in venture capitalist back in 2017, and then he saw that there was also a hype in AI ecosystem, and then a lot of these companies got funding. They have to train a very big amount of data. To do it in North America, it wouldn't make lots of sense because the labor costs, and then also things are not moving as fast as Asia, if I can be biased. And then so I just thought it makes a lot of sense to do it in Asia. Um, and then yeah, so Peter actually decided to pack and go back to his hometown, and then to start this venture. So here I am, like fast forward, and then I would love to give you guys a presentation on say like what we do and what advantages we believe we have. Yeah, firstly, because of the fact that I was mentioning that we have been doing this for roughly 2.5 years, so we definitely have experiences helping AI company across different industry, and then so we understand your problem. Yeah, so the main problem right now with in-house resources is the lack of labelers. The chaos that you have to go through in order to build a tool, and then it's definitely a duplicate resources spend if we want to build our own tool. And then getting the training data is definitely very, very essential because the number of data, the amount of data really determine the accuracy of your model. Especially like for say autonomous driving industry, it really like need a high accuracy because you don't want any problem happen on the road. You go on the headline, and then the whole reputation that you have been trying so hard to build will be like really affected. So they really really look for accuracy, and then so firstly we need to fit them in a huge amount of like data, and then also we have to fit in very high accuracy of data in order to make that happen. Yeah, so this is the problem we have witnesses. And then here's a breakdown of the cost. Like if you want to find an in-house labeling team, or you want to build an in-house labeling team, it actually costs a lot, especially in the Bay Area where labor is top the world. And then if you first you hire us, this would be the cost breakdown. And then when it comes to like finding outsourcing partner like us, like what are the criteria? Quality of work, definitely. Like it has to be super precise. It has to be something that if you like enlarge zoom in 10 times, you can still see not much error. Like this is very hard to achieve. And then data security is a huge problem, especially if you are dealing with like say medical images or something with like people's face, like all these require high level of security. And then yeah, so this is something that a lot of our clients will like actually request us to do to a very high level, and we really go far to make sure that happens. Scalability, right? So right now I have say only 100K images, and now tomorrow, like within a week, I want to scale up to like 1 million. Like how can that happen? Um, yeah, so we have actually a solution for the above problems. So how we do it, we have our own tool. I was just mentioning the importance of the tool. Because the fact that our developers are actually sitting next to our annotators, so they know what the problem they're facing. So they basically build a software that's tailor-made to them. So there's definitely we go through a lot of product improvement based on the feedback, and then we also share that with our clients, so our clients can access to the annotated finished data real time, so they can give real time feedback to avoid any delay caused by not knowing that if we are doing the right thing or not. Yeah, here so we have like our own development team for the software. We have our own annotation team. We have roughly 200 people in China at the moment. And then we have also been working with a lot of annotators around the world, depends on the need. I would say around the world, basically. It's more like Southeast Asia, India, Pakistan, this country. Wouldn't make sense to do in the US, as I mentioned before. Yeah, so the current workflow is basically like the images that we receive. Definitely with our NDA, we will do all these precautions for any potential violation of the data privacy. And then we will send it to the labeler. They will do all the labeling, and then it will send to the QA team, and then the QA team will do 100% review. So every single image, at least 2 people will be looking at it. And then if the QA person is happy with the quality, they will say yes. And then if they're not happy with the quality, then they will bounce back to the annotator and do it again. They will give you reason, like for some box 5 is not like precise enough. And then after that, because we dedicate a project manager to each project, and then this project manager is very important because he or she has to understand all the requirements by the client, and if there's anything unclear, PM needs to really clarify with the client. And then so once they receive the result, once the team, like the project management team, receive the result, the PM has to really look through every image and see, like, not every, was like random sample, like we will randomly draw, like say 40% of the images. They will look through all the 40%, and then they'll make sure that this 40% really match what the PM understand as a client requirement. And then once this part is passed, then we will like basically share the result with the client. The client can log into our software label hub to look at the result themselves. And then we have this project management there 24/7 because we work across different time zone. So here is a quick like example on what we do like on a daily basis. Yeah, this is basically the process, and then here's a small snapshot on what we do, and then the QA can say accept or reject, and then if it's reject, tell me the reason why. And then here's a little bit more about the data privacy, the data security, external practice. We have the NDA sign before we receive any data, or we even hear more the scope of your project. And then for the compliance, we definitely make sure that we are GDPR compliant. We follow that strictly. And then internal company practice, we have like the company protocol. For example, no phone policy, you cannot print screen, you cannot use your phone to capture images, and then all the images we receive strictly only apply to this particular project, and after that we will burn all the images. And then also what's really important is like we just need to see on the screen your image or the client's image. Anything that is unnecessary, we won't do it. Like, but if we cannot see the screen, we just cannot do the work. So that's the only requirement. Everything else we can discuss, or we can just like put some like noise on the image, make sure that that image cannot be used by a third party, and so on and so forth. And then here is basically some pictures of our team. It was taken, I believe, a couple of months ago. So yeah, this is how we grow from 2017 to 2020. So here's roughly the rough flow that I want to quickly demonstrate. The first part is free demo. It's just like before you want to date someone, you want to basically check out, right? Like before you make a decision, you want to check out whether you guys will be a good match or not. So you send me your data, like you send me your data, and then we'll do like for free. And then the data would be a good representation of, say, the whole population data set. And then we can also better estimate how much time is needed to complete it, like the price range. And then you can also evaluate the quality. So it's a win-win. And then once this part is passed, we will go to the execution. The execution is basically we will like learn from this sample like annotation, and then we will put the requirements into contracts, statement of work, and then we will start to execute this. And then for some, if we promise like 2 weeks of timeline, then we deliver everything 2 weeks, and then you can also log into our software label hub to like do like a real-time check on the progress and the quality. And then the third part is the final delivery. All the work that we deliver, we make sure that is definitely matching the requirements. Otherwise, we will do it like the amendment for free. Here's a different category of like labeling that we do. Polygon, semantic segmentation, polyline, landmark, like bounding boxes. These are the common ones. Or other functionality can be discussed. And then here's actually one successful cases that we have worked with a team in San Francisco. And then we masked the name because of the confidential purposes. So here's like the cost that they have saved. And then so we have understood their challenge over the duration we work together, and then we have provided a very effective solution for them. And then this has become our biggest client. And then yeah, we would love to actually grow with like a lot of startup company, because we all like started somewhere, and then actually we really want each other to succeed, because like if we succeed, then you succeed. Like that's a healthy loop in our point of view. And then here's a contact form. If you have any questions, like please feel free to email us or reach out to me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I'm Kai Sid, and then KA and then YISIT. You can always reach out to me, and then I can discuss further with you. We can do like a free share of the tool if you are interested. We can also annotate the first batch of data for free. I would love to learn more about your requirement, and then we will find the best way to help you to annotate as accurate as possible, which you can verify the result. And then we can also find the best way to save you time and cost based on what we have learned. Yeah, just schedule a call with us for like anytime, and then we would love to walk you through what you have learned, and then to give you like some of our advice. Yeah, thank you for the time today. Yeah, I would love to chat more soon. Stay safe and be productive.